Hey everybody, it's Andrew Morgan from the CyberCall, and today I am joined with Joe Clark. Joe, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Well, I appreciate you joining us. Joe, you've been with the CyberCall from the beginning, and what's really cool about you, Joe, is you're on the prospect side of things, running IT and security for a healthcare organization. So this week's CyberCall, you're going to come on and we're actually going to be able to ask a prospect, what are the critical things that MSPs and MSSPs should be asking you to differentiate themselves, and what things you're interested in on the prospect side, because you do work with an MSP, you've looked into MSSPs. Tell us what you're thinking, and I'm really excited for this CyberCall. But give us just a brief overview, Joe, of what's on your mind.
Well, we're looking for an MSSP or an MSP that has more than just the IT management. Everybody does backups and Windows Server updates. We're looking for somebody with experience and credibility in the security space. If that's in there, then that can help someone like me who's having to struggle through doing it all themselves.
Right. And Joe, maybe just one or two items, and I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but what do you look for credibility? How do you, I'm your MSP, your potential MSP. What are you sitting there looking for credibility?
I'm looking for you to talk to me more about things related to not just ransomware and endpoint security, but your overall strategy as to how you're going to go about protecting your users, protecting your data, data classification. Do you have security staff that are dedicated to security, perhaps even certified? Have you been doing this for more than 2 months? That's the kind of thing that I'm looking for, because if you're new in the space, you're as new as I am.
Right, right.
So I want that experience, and I want to feel comfortable with handing over our security to another company.
That's great. And in closing, Joe, this is fantastic. Are you listening for things like, are they doing it internally? Are you listening to things like, are they aligned to a framework? What's their governance like? Is your antenna up for stuff like that? I'm curious.
It is up for stuff like that. In fact, because I'm in healthcare, we have to do business associates agreements with anybody who does business with us, because that's what the HIPAA omnibus rule says. If you're managing and transferring and looking at any of our protected health information, you have to be just compliant as we are. So I want to know that what you're doing, and I want to know that you're not going to be hesitant to share that with me.
Really good stuff. Well, Joe, I am so pumped to have you. It's really cool to have somebody sitting on the prospect side, and maybe I'll con Gary Pika into doing a sales call role play. I hear you're a pretty tough prospect.
All right, that'll be fine.
All right, you have an awesome day. We'll look forward to seeing everybody at 1 p.m. on the CyberCall Monday. Take care.